NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks able to win the opening tip, and we're underway here at Madison Square Garden. Smith. Nothing going here on that drive. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Screen coming. Deep two there, won't go. Count the basket. A lot of contact, no foul.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't get the bounce.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
New York Knicks basketball. To Kevin Knox. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harris to the basket, but his shot stays out. The follow won't go either. Smith with it up top. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen. To Dennis Smith Jr. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound pulled down by Simmons. To Richardson, beyond the arc for 3, and Josh Richardson, tough make there. Knocks it down with the defender all over him.
And Ed, the reason they made that shot, nobody, while they were backpedaling on defense, pointed out to where players were on the court. When there's a lack of communication and lack of direction, that leads to miscues on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Dennis Smith Jr. missed his first. That one goes.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. 4-3. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3, got it.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 1,
And he hits all 3 free throws. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. To Kevin Knox. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Parker to Embiid. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Knocks down the first.
substitutions, New York.
fails to hit them both. It's the first, misses the second. New York in control of the basketball. Hayden to Marcus Morris. Fires the three. Not getting the bounce. Parker with it. Leads 4. To Tobias Harris for 3. Tobias Harris is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. It's a second. One more coming. Whoops, that won't go. Deep left corner.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
To Marcus Morris. Great dish to set it up. Kevin Knox powers it through.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Raul Neto has got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one goes down.
For Philadelphia, number 42, Al Horford.
And gets both to drop at the line. Possession lies with New York. Hayden. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Hayden with the basketball. Down 5. And scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Nothing going here on that drive. That's rebounded by the Knicks. The possession lies with New York. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Horford. Mitchell Robinson rejects it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. To Horford. From long range. His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Horford. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
First one, count it.
What's up, man? How's your evening going?
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Philadelphia with the basketball.
Defense, let's go.
Straight on three. At the buzzer. We're through one here at Madison Square Garden with the Knicks on top. Jay and I back to Manhattan after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Into the front court comes Smith. The lead is 2.
That's me. I got ball.
Add 2 points to the board.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Simmons to Richardson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
That's his first.
Josh Richardson is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 78% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second.
Good shot, man.
Hits all 3 free throws.
Get it right back to it.
Knicks with the basketball.
I got ball.
Smith. Dennis Smith Jr. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good. Kevin Knox to Dennis Smith Jr. Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Smith with the basketball. Leads 3. Short jumper off the mark.
Knock that down, yo.
To Horford. Trying to cash in. Shot by Horford won't go. Backcourt. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 13, Marcus Morris. Stepping in for Philadelphia, number 33, Tobias Harris.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Smith to the basket, but it stays out. To Parker. Finish that.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Simmons. Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
To Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Tobias Harris sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Beyond the arc for three. It's good.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Josh Richardson is going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw.
New York. Entering the game for the Philadelphia 76ers.
3 for 3. Nice. New York Knicks basketball. To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson, he's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Old school equals high percentage.
Simmons with it. Margins 8. Embiid, good for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Hayden into the front court. He'll run the offense. For 3. Off the mark. To Simmons. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. 56% for his career. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Marcus Morris. Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Simmons. Going to launch beyond the arc. And a putback slam.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Taj Gibson to Payton. Fires the 3. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. Here's Simmons with it up top. 5-point game. Richardson to Simmons. To Richardson for 3. Message received. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Simmons That's not his range. It's no good. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Knicks have the lead.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Knicks will start the second half with a narrow lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks. The 76ers aren't down by much after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Field goals.
For each of these squads, the common theme has been a disciplined approach on offense. That's the reason why you're seeing a nice field goal percentage on both sides of the ball. Smart shot selection is a key part of that fact.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third.
My ball, my ball, my ball.
Just a friendly reminder for the winner of today's ticket raffle. You have until the end of today's game to claim your prize at the customer service desk located near section 1.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway.
I know you see this mismatch.
Knicks come away with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Cash is in for 2.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And count the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Gortat. Almost unlucky bounce. To Embiid. Curling inside.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Oh, Ben Simmons. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Got it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
New York in control of the basketball. Hayden. Probing the defense. Joel Embiid sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Richardson. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Horford to Simmons. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Not today. Embiid to Horford. From long range, off the mark. No good. Oh, and a putback.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. Tobias Harris tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Runner here won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Horford to Simmons. Fires the three. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Possession lies with New York. Joel Embiid.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Time to shuffle things up. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. Someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Rebound cleared by Philly. Simmons into the front court. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Stuffs it down with authority. Long key from 3/4 court. 3/4 down. It's the Sixers out in front. The Knicks to inbound here to start the 4th quarter. And things went off the rails for them a bit in that 3rd quarter as they watched their lead completely evaporate.
And then some. Now they find themselves behind.
Smith turns and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Sixers control it. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Dennis Smith Jr. To Julius Randle. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Julius Randle at the line for 2 shots. 71% for his career. First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second.
Did you hear St. Louis Blues player Jay Bouwmeester passed away during the game?
Smith to Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox powers it through.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Simmons over to the right side. Smith into the front court. His group now down 2. Dennis Smith Jr. 4 out of 10. Nothing going here on that drive. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Smith to Kevin Knox. Count the basket inside.
He suffered a
Great job
cardiac
using
arrest
that shoulder
apparently.
to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Simmons. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Has a look. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Nice pass to set things up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
The possession lies with New York. To Dennis Smith Jr. Ben Simmons pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Knicks with 4 to shoot.
Shot.
Step back jumper.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Active hands to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Time for some new personnel into the game. Rises for the slam. Where did that come from?
It's like he got on an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet. 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Can't miss those. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Smith now into the front court. 2-point advantage.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Missed a wide-open look. Hayden with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Down low for Gibson. From the painted area.
Oh, net at the summit, Ed.
I was sure that was going to be a dunk, Jay. What control by the defender. Simmons with it. His guys trail now by 4. To Embiid. Richardson. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Kevin Knox. Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Hayden into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Here comes the screen. And stuffs it home.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
To Dennis Smith Jr. And scores. Strong take.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Josh Richardson. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That's out. Last touch by Taj Gibson. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 9 and number 30, Julius Randle.
Simmons to Horford. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, cleaning the offensive glass. To Gortat. The Sixers have it. There it is, Al Horford. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's a victory for the Knicks as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Knicks finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The 76ers must be devastated after such a close loss. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Smith could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was...
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the New York Knicks. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.